thought I had 2 packs of neck bones, y'all, but I guess I only have 1 pack, which is 9 neck bones in here. I took a Ziploc bag out the freezer and I opened it, and that was goat meat. And I was like, dang, I thought I had 2 things of neck bones. It looked like neck bones and it was frozen. So I'm gonna start off by washing my meat off. I got Q holding the camera, so if it's shaky or not focusing, he's in training. Just frothing the meat. I've already done this 3 times before I started recording, so I'm just showing y'all, you know, how I do it. Under the water, I scrub it like that, so if he's not showing up under the water. Move the camera up. You ain't gotta move it over the water. Just tilt it up a little bit so they can see the running water. Right here? Yeah. Right there. Scrub it like that. And then you'll see all the little stuff floating in the pot. I just hold the meat, pull it out. I got my sponge in this thing. And I just do that a few times until the water is almost clear. There's a little piece right there. It's not going to be perfect, you know, clear, but I try to get it as close as possible. It's basically lukewarm water. I'm gonna cover them with. Of course, my hands are washed and clean. But even if they weren't, when you cook stuff, it will kill the germs that heat will kill. But please don't not wash your hands when you're touching meat and cooking. I make sure whoever I'm cooking for, they see me washing my hands. Like, I don't tell them I do it. I want you to be right here when I do it. Because I want you to do the same if you're cooking for me. So I'm gonna fill it up kind of high, you know, so the water won't run out fast while it's boiling. Because I do start it off on kind of high heat. And you still see some stuff floating in there, but that's okay. I can scoop that out later. So I do have the stove on 7 right now. I think I'm gonna turn it up to like 9. Just to get it to start boiling. I'm not gonna cook it on high heat the entire time. And then what I'm doing with my neck bones, which I always do this, it's either neck bones or, lima beans or black eyed peas. But I haven't had limas in a long time, so I'm gonna cook these baby lima beans when the meat is almost done. Not quite done, but almost done. You don't want to put the beans in there now because then the meat won't be done. You're going to have raw meat and done beans. So once the meat is almost done, maybe I'm going to come back and check on it in about an hour. Well, before that, because I'm going to have to turn the stove down once it starts boiling. But I may keep it up depending on how fast the water's boiling out. But I'll come back and show y'all how I do it. And remember, you can put any seasoning you want in here. But the neck bones are already kind of salty. These are smoked neck bones. So they have salt in them. So I don't really add anything except for like black pepper once the beans are in the pot. That's about it. Okay, sorry if you guys hear the dryer in the background and all the noise, but I just cut the bag of lima beans open. I wanted to add and let you guys know that my grandma always taught me that you're supposed to soak them overnight, but most of the time I forget or decide to cook these at last minute. However, I've never even seen a difference, you know, with soaking them. This is only a pound of them. I know I'm gonna need 2. But hopefully it don't be more beans than meat. Hold on, let me cut this other one open. Okay guys, apologize for ahead of time if you guys hear the dryer or anything in the background. But I did just open up the beans, the 2 bags that I had, and put them in here. I initially wanted 2 bags, but then when I saw that the other bag of meat was not neck bones, I was like, oh shoot, should I just do the 1 pound or still do 2 pounds? Because I don't want them to have more beans than meat. But I just You see they look wet because I already put water on them and rinsed them. But the elders and my grandmother, she always told me to soak the beans overnight for 24 hours. But honestly, I always forget or decide to cook these at the last minute, just like today, and don't want to wait till tomorrow. But I've never really seen or tasted a difference. He was sitting here unloading the dishwasher. I never seen or tasted a difference in the beans. And I have soaked them overnight before, so I don't know. Y'all let me know. But yeah, I just soaked these, and you'll see if like rocks or something come out, or like beans that aren't any good. So we'll see. My son just said it looks like soap is in the pot. I was like, yep, just like at the beach with the salt water. Remember I said the neck bones already have salt on it, so it's boiling all of the salt out. So that's what I mean by you don't really have to add season unless you want to. Just a little stuff like onion powder, garlic powder, or a little season here and there. But it already has salt in it, so you don't want to make it too salty by adding salt to your neck bones and whatever else you're going to throw in here. In my case, lima beans, baby lima beans. But yeah, I told him, I was like, just like a like the salt water at the beach, you know, when all the suds wash up to shore. It's the same little thing. Then of course I'll scoop all of this out with a spoon, and once it starts boiling and kick in. It's heating up, but it hasn't started boiling yet, as you can see. Okay, y'all, this is where I'm at, about 45 minutes. It may have been an hour. And again, sorry about the dryer with all that noise. But you see all this stuff on the side of the pot right here? Just a bunch of gunk. But Alani, I had her, because she was like, it's boiling over. And I was like, just scoop some of the stuff out, the bubbles. And she scooped it and put it in this glass right here. But it's no biggie, guys. It ain't nothing but flavor in my eyes. Flavor. I don't think it's dirt, is it? Somebody school me if I'm doing something wrong. But of course, I do scrape this little stuff out. You know, I'm just showing you with one hand now, but yeah, I'm gonna scrape all this out the pot. And as soon as they get a little tender, they ain't gotta be all the way falling off the bone. I may go ahead and add the beans in a few more minutes, so I may do it now. And then if the water runs out, I just simply add more water, And I can't tell you how long to boil your neck bones, because everybody's watts are different on their stove. And so your stove may take 30 minutes. Somebody else's stove may take 2 hours. Mine may only take an hour and something. So I like mine literally falling off the bone, okay? But it still has to cook some more once you add the beans, because you got to wait for the beans to get done. And here's the beans here still soaking, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the beans in here and let them slow cook, since it's not really boiling right now. And I'll be back, because I got to pour the water off the beans. Or I could just add the water. I think I could just pour it like that, but I still can't do it with one hand, so I'll be back. All right, y'all, I'm back with my naked bones. I did pour the water off, because I was like, just in case there's a little bit of dirt or something sitting in here, let me pour it off. But I'm finna go ahead and drop my beans in here. Some people will wait a little longer until their meat is a little more done, but I'm cooking it slow, so the stove is not that high, so I don't have to worry about the beans getting done before the meat. Because if they do, then that's a problem. Then you're gonna have some soggy beans, because you're sitting there still waiting on all of the rest of your meat to get done, and your beans are already done. So I'm gonna put a lid on this. I'm gonna let it cook. Oh, that's why it's not boiling. Lonnie put it on 4 instead of 5. I'm gonna put it on 6, turn it up just a little bit to get the beans to cooking. Then it's a up and down with me. I turn it back down, you know, because I'm not just standing in here over the stove. I'm going back in there replying to some of y'all comments on YouTube and Facebook. And y'all, please go sign that petition to reopen my little cousin's case. As you guys know, he was murdered. If you don't know anything what I'm talking about, I did post it on Instagram and my Facebook group. and on my community tab on YouTube. So please go read the story. And I did just make a petition. Please, please, please help me and his family, his parents, and everyone else, friends and everything, by supporting and signing that petition and just making some noise. You know, if you guys got to send emails or whatever, please help me do this. And I always tell you guys I would do the same for you. So I'll show y'all once these are done or almost done. I'll check back in. I did just add some black pepper. Now I'm about to add some of this complete seasoning. Like I said, you don't really need anything that has a lot of salt in it at all. It looks like a lot, but it's not a lot, trust me. Plus, I'm probably going to be adding more water throughout. You can add whatever you want. You guys can add onions, you can add bell peppers, you can add whatever vegetables you want. But I just do it so simple. And I may make a pot of rice, and that's it. Neck bones, baby lima beans, and rice. I wish I had some yellow rice. I so love me some yellow rice. But this is it. So I'm gonna put that lid on with a little air pocket so it won't overflow, but it will still overflow, y'all. So I got it on 8. I gotta kind of listen out for it and watch it. Okay, y'all, the easiest way to make rice, I'm gonna show you right now. This is 1 little cup. Normally I don't do measurements, but I'm doing it for y'all. 1 cup, right? So I normally cook about 2 cups of rice, which I need more with all these 11 children I have. So I'm gonna fill this up. I gotta line it behind the camera. Okay, 1 cup. Pour it in there. Two cups. All right. It's all right. Don't you see I'm recording? Don't play with me, little girl. Now, I normally wash my rice off, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash it off a little bit. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so you see how white the water is? They say rice water is really good for you. Like, I should be jarring this stuff up. And I do this a couple times, you know, until the water gets clear. You don't have to do it. It's something I do. But if it's good for you, I wonder why we're pouring it out. I was just always taught to wash your rice. And wash anything you cook, basically. You're going to notice the water gets clear every time I rinse it. Sometimes it takes about 4 or 5 times. Like I said, you can stop at any time you want. I just try to get it as clear as possible. Okay. Yeah, I could have just stopped the video and skipped all this, but I like to show y'all everything. Okay. So that's the last one for me right now. And I'm going to show y'all what to do. So remember, I put 2 cups of rice in there. You always put double the water. So since I got 2 cups of rice, Alani, how many cups of water I need? Say it out loud. 4. Yes. So 1. 2. 3. 4. If there was 3 cups of rice, there would be 6 cups of water. But I got 2 cups of rice, so there's 4 cups of water. Okay? So let me see this now. And I already got my stove on. I think I'm actually showing y'all the whole time without stopping the video. I'm going to try. Alani, what time is it?
6:27.
6:27 right now. Hold on. 6:27. Alani, give me the salt. But I don't know why I just showed y'all the time. Now, normally, because Alani knows how to cook rice now, I tell her to look at the time once it starts boiling. So, forget that part. And no, I'm not going to edit it out. I'm going to show you guys. Anyway, any mistakes I make. So, I'm just putting a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Okay, can you grab the butter for me, please? I just put salt, black pepper, and butter. Almost in everything. Can never go wrong with it. This is black pepper. Yes, before it even starts boiling. You can sit the butter down. Let me see. And we'll get some on a spoon. That's fine. She was like, this spoon that you stirred the beans with, it's all gonna go together in the end. So I do have the stove on high. Do I have the right eye? Yeah, it's on. Yeah, that's not too much. Well, why would you scoop this much if you think it's too much? Alani gave me a big old thing of butter. Just give me all the cholesterol. I like to put it in there now because I don't like once the rice forms. Watch your arm, Alani. That pot's hot over there. Once the rice forms, you can put the butter up. I don't like to break into it until it's time for everyone to eat. I like it to stay all pretty and formed together. So let's see. Once it starts boiling, can you get that stuff from up there, please? And I need the towel so I can take this lid off. You can take it off for me so we can check. See, turn it down to 5 for me. They will dry out. I'm gonna need some more water, Lonnie. Be careful with that knife. Just give me a big cup of tap water. Yeah, but you're gonna need a few of them, a few trips if you're using the measuring cup. Come on, you should have left the water on. Just pour it. There we go. Come on, get a few more. I'm gonna have crunchy baby lima beans. You eat them like potato chips. You remember I told you guys I have to turn it up and down, then up and down. I just basically cooked it on high a little bit just to get the meat to falling apart. And as you can see, it is. Because I didn't want the beans to get done before the meat was all the way done.
That's it?
No, a little more just to cover the beans a little bit. So it can cook a little longer. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Yep, that's good. And you can put the lid back on it. Stir it a little bit. You gotta dig down in the bottom. Don't flick it, because it'll flick everywhere because of the meat. And like push your beans back up under the water. The meat can get on top because the steam will keep cooking that, but I want those beans under the water. And then you could put the top back on. So I'm still waiting on this water to start boiling. See, that's why I say everyone's stove is different, especially if you have gas. A gas stove with the fire directly up under the pot, it probably would have started boiling within 45 seconds. I see some of the bubbles. Come on, chum on, chum on, chum on, chum on. or I just really want to be the princess of the show right now. I wanted to stop it and then come back, but I really wanted them to see the entire process. You guys would be surprised how many people don't know how to cook rice. Like, I didn't know how to cook it for the longest. Like, it would never be right, and I could not figure out for the love of me why. Like, why is it too soft and why is it too crunchy, or what's the issue here? Like, but I'm telling you guys, it really is so simple. If you just listen to what I said in the beginning, put 2 cups of rice, or however much you want. If you're doing 1 cup of rice, then you do 2 cups of water. It's always double. I did 2 cups of rice, so I needed 4 cups of water. As soon as this starts boiling, like full-blown boiling, you're gonna let it boil for 2 minutes. That's why I was telling you guys the time, but I shouldn't have told you the time then because it wasn't boiling yet. It looks like it's 6:33 now. So it took about approximately, what, 5-6 minutes for it to start boiling. But, yeah, you boil it for 2 minutes. And then I stir it as it's boiling. Then I turn it on low, put the lid on, let it cook. You ain't got to do nothing else. It will be done. You cannot burn it or anything because now it's on low. It's just going to form and be a perfect pot of rice. I promise you. If you don't know how to follow directions, then I can't help you. Let's see. Ooh, I almost burnt my arm on that pot. So I can even stir it now because it's starting to boil a little bit. My butter already in there. My salt already in there. My pepper is already in there. And I'm scraping at the bottom because I got all these old pots. That's what you see. My pots ain't dirty. So don't be talking about me. They just old, good, and stained. These old good pots. I need me one of them old school cast irons. So it is now 6:34. Let's see if I can show y'all this. 6:34. So at 6:36. I am going to put the lid on and turn it on low. Okay? I don't know where my little helper went, so I'm like reaching for everything by myself. There's another little pot back there. I was gonna do a small pot, but I'm telling you, like, this rice is gonna be gone tonight. I can never cook enough rice. I can never cook enough of anything. 6:35 right now, guys, and this is boiling to me. And it wouldn't hurt if you was to boil it for 3 minutes or 4 minutes or even 5 minutes. Just know it's going to be more soft and gooey the longer you boil it, okay? I literally do exactly 2 minutes. Sometimes I've gone over to 3 minutes, especially if I go back and sit down while I'm waiting on it to boil. And I come back in here and it's like boiling out of control. Like, dang, how long it's been boiling? Don't leave away from your rice. It's not going to take that long to boil. Otherwise, you might sit around and mess around and boil all the water out. Okay, so it is now 6:36. It just turned 6:36. So let it boil for a few more seconds. Alright. It was on high. I'm turning it on low. And I am putting the lid on it. And I'm getting out of here. Remember I told y'all they burnt up my lid in the oven? They turned the oven on, didn't even check in the oven yet. And the lid was in there the entire time burning. So y'all, let's see. I'm not even going to touch the rice. I'm not coming back for the rice or anything. It's going to be done. All right, let's see. Look at this thing hot. See, it's forming. Look at all the butter sitting over there. It's already soft. The steam is going to cook the rest of your rice. And it's still on low. You just keep it there. until all the water's out. And then the rice is done. That's simple, y'all. My limas are still cooking. See how some of them still look a little, I know you can't really see because the steam. Look a little white and cracked. It's because they are not done, but they won't take long at all. And now your meat is still cooking, and it's gonna be super tender. That's why you cook your meat first and get it almost done. And then when you add your beans, your meat is still gonna be cooking. And then when you could just break it off the bone like that. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed, darling. Okay, y'all see the rice. I told you. And it's still on low. It's done. It is done. Missy, you can put it right there. That's like beans on the spoon, if you were wondering what that was. Rice is done. I'm about to fix a whole bowl. Some of the rice. Can you, I'm in here talking to myself. It looks kind of gooey, the rice, but it's perfect. Here are the beans. It should look like this when they're done. I need a bigger spoon, but I'm working with one hand here. Trying to mix a little bit to show you all. And when this lima bean juice falls on the stove, oh my gosh, do not let it dry up, because it will stain the stove. I mean, it'll get so like hard and crunchy. Got it? Look at all that meat. So tender. Belly, if you watching, what's up, Belly? I know these lima beans look good, don't it? I'm talking to my stepdaddy. He say he be watching my videos, especially the ones that I cook on. Y'all say hey to Belly in the comment section. Yummy. And I was about to add some cornbread, y'all, but guess what? I don't have any eggs. Oh well, that's it. That's how you cook neck bones, lima beans, and rice. Toodles.